Okay, good morning, one and all. Today we will discuss determination of Young modulus of material of a wire. Okay, we can determine with using of an equation Young's modulus of a given wire. So here, this is the rigid body or rigid support. So for this rigid support, A and B are the two wires. Okay, two wires are connected. One end, other end is connected a pawn. So this is weight pawn. So we are weighing using the mass. Okay, A and B. So A wire is called the reference wire, and B wire is the experimental wire. So we can find out the Young's modulus of the experimental wire. So reference wire and experimental wire is the same material and same length is same, and also radius also same. Okay, radius, length both are same. So here first we are find out length of wire is L, and radius also find out. Radius of wire, experimental wire, is R. We can find out with using of screw gauge. Okay, here the reference wire is connected certain weight, 10 grams, 20 grams. Here also 10 grams, we are using 10 grams. So here reference wire is connected a main scale, it is meter scale, and also it is connected a vernier scale, and experimental wire is consist a pointer. So this pointer is given as the value. So what is the elongation? Okay, we can give this pointer is given to us the elongation. Okay, change in the length. Here in experiment we can first of all, so this is radius of the wire. So area of wire A equals to what? Pi r square. So this is length. We can find out the length with using of meter scale, and radius we can find out the radius with using of screw gauge. Now equal weights before using of this weight. So equal mass, this is 10 grams. Here also we are using 10 grams. Why? Because so it is tightened. Okay, so the wire is in a straight line to using equal weights here. Now we are using another two 10 grams or 20 grams like that. So the mass is added. Mass is M. So then the gravitational force or load is M into G. Okay, so this is load. When the load is applied, what happens in elastic? Okay, in elastic limit, so this is stretchable. Okay, it is stretched. So then it is stretched. What happens? The vernier scale is given as the value of delta L. Delta L is a elongation. Okay, we can easily find out with using of vernier scale. Okay, so next we can find out with using of Young's modulus equals to longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain. Longitudinal strain. Okay, longitudinal stress is nothing but, we are using here, longitudinal is nothing but tensile stress. So that is sigma by epsilon. So sigma equals to force by area divided by strain delta L by L. That equals to, force is nothing but the gravitational force is downward direction. Gravitational force F equals to m into G divided by A into L by delta L. So then Y equals to mg by A equals to pi r square, area of wire, pi r square into L by delta L. Okay, L is the initial, that is length of the wire, initial length of the wire. Delta L is elongation. So this elongation or stretching, change in the length is we can find out with using of this pointer, vernier scale. And so mass of the load. So here acceleration due to gravity is taken 9.8 meter per second square. R is the radius. We can easily find out, we can determine using of this equation the Young's modulus of a given wire, experimental wire. Y equals to mg by pi r square into L by delta L. Next topic, applications of elastic behavior of materials. Already we are learnt about the elastic behavior of materials, that is stress strain curve. So like that. So here in stress strain curve, the elastic limit for a wire is stress is directly proportional to the strain. So it is explained about the Hooke's law. So here now day-to-day life, the elastic behavior is more useful in daily life. All engineering designs require precise knowledge of elastic behavior of materials. So in a construction of buildings, okay, so in buildings, construction of buildings, okay, and bridges, ropes, so like etc. So we can use this elastic behavior. So in bridges, buildings, ropes, pillars, so like that the material is used. So material is nothing but the metals, steel, copper, aluminum. So like that the materials are used. These materials is in elastic limit. Okay, so when the load is applied, then it is elongation. After the load is removing, so then it is comes to regain original shape. So it is called the elastic limit. Already we learned in stress strain curve and elastic behavior of materials. So here, so for example, we are consider, so this is a pillar, we are consider a bridge, okay. So end to end we are taking, so here two pillars. So now this is length is L and width is B and thickness or depth is D. So then when the load is applied, so load W is applied on this bridge. So the material is used, inside the material is used. So after the load is applied, what happens? Some elongation is happened here. So from this point to this, the elongation is taken as delta. Okay, delta is the elongation. So this elongation is depend upon load and Young modulus of material and depth, length and breadth. So the equation is elongation delta equals to W L cube divided by 4 BD cube into Y. So in this equation, so W is the load, L length of this bridge, and B is the width, D is the depth. Okay, breadth and depth. Y is the Young's modulus of this material. Okay, so when this elongation, when it is minimum, so here breadth is maximum and Young's modulus is maximum and depth also maximum. So here Y Young's modulus, we are using all bridges, ropeways and buildings, steel is used. So what is the Young's modulus of steel? So this is equals to 2.0 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square. So this is maximum of all materials. Maximum Young's modulus of steel, it is consist, the steel is consist maximum Young's modulus. And length is high. What happens? This elongation is also high. So length is taken small and depth D. Okay, so depth is taken 2 times. Okay, depth is taken 2 times, 2 into 2 into 2, so it is 8 times is decreased. So depth is taken more. So depth is nothing but thickness of this bridge is taken more, then elongation is less. And here the bridge or building is taken in elastic limit. We can take elastic limit. That means when the load is applied, so elongation happen. After the load is removing, it regains its original shape. Okay, small. So elongation will be small with using of depth is more and breadth is more, Young's modulus is more. So then building cannot change their original shape and size. And also we are already seen regular life. So the pillars, okay, pillars, columns and so like that, beams. Okay, beams or pillars are using so like these shapes. Okay, like this shape. Okay, different shapes. So it is A, it is B. Which shape is more useful? Okay, so this is use of pillars or columns is also very common in buildings and bridges. A pillar with rounded end supports. Okay, a pillar is rounded end, supports less load than that with the distributed shape at the ends. So when it is consist distributed shape, so it is more load can have. Okay, so it is distributed shape. This is also taken as like here, like I shape. Distributed shape is nothing but this is also take I shape. I shape or distributed shape is supports, okay, supports very high load than rounded shape. So because this area of surface area is more, when area is more, so stress is nothing but load or force divided by area. Okay, area is more, what happens, the load is constant but area is increases, stress is decreases. Okay, stress is decreases on the bridge. So we can use distributed pillars, then load supported more. Next again we can conclude that here the mountains, okay, mountains have a pyramid shape. So like this shape, not accurately this shape, but it is consist, so like this shape. Okay, it is like shearing, some shearing displacement delta x. So what is the height? It is approximately, the height is approximately 10 kilometers. So why it is consist maximum the height is 10 kilometers? We can explain with using of certain equation, the elastic limit of a typical rock. So all mountains is consist the rock and also rocks, trees like that. So all mountains is consist the rock. The elastic limit for a typical rock is, elastic limit is nothing but it is taken shear component equals to h rho g. So that equals to maximum it is 30 into 10 to the power of 7 Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square. So here h is the height of this mountain from the ground. Rho is the density of rock. G is acceleration due to gravity. So we can take acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square, and rho density of rock is 3 into 10 power 3 kilogram per meter cube. So then we can find out the height of the mountain. So the h rho g equals to 30 into 10 to the power of 7 Newton per meter square. So then h equals to, height equals to 30 into 10 to the power of 7 divided by, so rho equals to 3 into 10 to the power of 3 into acceleration due to gravity is 10. So that equals to 3, 10, 30 cancel. So then it is 10 power 7 into 10 power minus 3. H equals to 10 power 4. 10 power 4 is nothing but 10 into 10 to the power of 3. Okay, meters. Or it is also h equals to 10 kilometers. So this is the maximum height of this mountain. So largest mountain in the world is Everest. So what is the height of the Everest is 8,848 meters, that is 8.848 kilometers. The height of the Everest is 8.848 kilometers. This is a small than the height of, we can find out the height h equals to 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers is more than Everest height, that is 8.848 kilometers. So then from this equation, so what is the height of the mountain is 10 kilometers. So this is the end of the chapter. Thank you.